Good evening, Rush Nation. Welcome to the 5 Yard Rush NFL podcast with me, your host, the Joel Hewitt. I'm, as always, with the other one, Alex, and the off-season champion, Pete, the Pete Amelia. Fellas, how you doing?
Good. Yeah.
Decent. I already said brave choice on the outfit today, Pete, but I just wanted to put that one out there into the world as well. Yeah, right?
I'm repping a Doomsday, so he wasn't a part of this. I'm using him as the excuse why we didn't win.
He was barely in the game, so you're representing him today. This is the most screen time a Doomsday is getting this week.
Yes. Yeah.
Fair enough. And you're fresh off a nativity, so you're full of that seasonal joy as well today. So that's pretty good.
Yes, the Christmas cheer, exactly
that. Alex, how you been, brother?
I am. I'm living the dream. The world is up and everything is righteous.
Excellent. Love that. Let's just jump into some news, shall we?
Zazu.
Yes,
sir. News from the underground.
Zazu, sir. News from the underground. And what a week for news from the classic injuries that I'm sure Pete will get to bring us all down a peg. To somebody around about my age getting a little shot. But should we start with the kind of depressing stuff? Pete, let's just get the injuries out of the way and then we can talk about all the fun things.
Okay. Trey Hendrickson is out for 6 weeks. He's just had core muscle surgery for a hernia, so that's his season done. I think after all of the palaver with getting him signed to the Bengals beginning of the season and all that push, that's him now out of it. Similarly for the Bengals, you've got Higgins in concussion protocol as well. On the concussion theme, Shavarius Ward, the Colts centre back, is in concussion protocol for the third time this season, which is concerning. Very, very worrying for him.
Go on, Alex. You heard centre back too. I saw your eyes light up.
I did. I was going to call him. I was going to call him a cornerback. Which is where Shavarius Ward plays. But he is right in the centre, back in that concussion protocol.
Nicely done. Obviously, I've got, might as well mention a Doomsday. He missed this week, but he's probably going to miss about 3 or 4 weeks. It looks like it's touching on whether he'll actually go into IR, but he's going to be back for probably, if he's back for the Lions game, I think, for the last game of the season.
Could be his last game of the season because Bears went from 1st to 7th. Like,
don't put that bad juju on me. Don't put that bad juju.
I'm just saying.
He started early with that, didn't he? He's proper laying that one out thick. You can tell the Saints got to win this week. He is absolutely fired.
I'm livid, actually. In fact, you know what? I don't care about injured news. Right. Tyler Shook. What the actual Shook are you doing, mate? Like, stop looking good at this point in the season. It's like you're not even watching this podcast. We aren't going to win anything. I would quite like Baker Mayfield to get a little bit of confidence and go on to a nice little playoff run. And here you are pulling out Shedeur Sanders level plays. Should be running around with like an arm up in the air. Stop it. We've gone down to the 5th overall pick right now. And look, top 5 would be great. I guarantee we're going to do something stupid and win this week. And end up with like the 7th through 10th or something like that. We're just gonna ruin everyone's week. We're back to injury news.
Now we've got past your injured soul. The Browns, talking of the Browns there, centre Ethan Pokic has got an Achilles tear. He's done for the season. Zach Ertz, that looked really bad. Did you see the tap on his knee and his leg bouncing the wrong way? That was not fun. Not fun at all.
There's a lot of that happens to Washington players. There's a lot of that shouldn't bend that way. And I don't like it.
No. And that's him done for the season. I think that's probably him done for good now. At his age and injury that bad, it's going to be difficult to rehab and have any kind of meaningful role coming back from it. I think.
And similar to Connor as well. Again, they're both getting on in years for players to be kind of like elite in those positions, and then to have, stuff that bends the wrong way, tearing some things. I can't see it coming back from that, which is a shame. I like Zach Ertz. I liked his like second bite of the cherry with the Commanders after a pretty successful time with the Eagles, I believe it was.
Yeah. And then at the Cardinals.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And then in the meantime as well, and was quite solid there. You've also got, for the big one, is Daniel Jones at the Colts. That was a big loss for them. So he's got, again, Achilles tear, another Achilles tear. He'll be done for the season. Riley Leonard came in, got his opportunity, and then he sprained his PCL. They've got Anthony Richardson still on IR.
Undisclosed reason.
Yeah, being rubbish. He played like he had a damaged eye, and they just said, yeah, honestly, he did have a damaged eye. He's not just rubbish. We didn't set fire to our 5th overall pick.
Yeah, no.
The guy just because of his combine.
Isn't that from the Elastic Band?
Is it still the... Honestly, I've got the watermelon gif in my head where it springs back and hits them in the face.
Yeah.
But yeah, because he fractured his eye socket or something with that.
Yeah.
Be careful when tying your hair back, people. Always sort that. That's okay. That's okay. He'll be fine. Look, I've got things to say about the Colts. As soon as he went down, I feel for the guy. I don't like anybody getting injured. But I text you two saying, hey, weren't the Colts a great early season story? That's it now. Thanks, you've done your job. You made it kind of exciting, but the Texans and the Jags will take over from here and they'll compete for the division. And it's not how I want to be right, but so far I'm pretty Nostradamic on this podcast. So watch this space. The Lions drop off. The Colts are a flash in the pan. Said the Panthers are going to make the playoffs. All of these things tisked at by many people on the street booing me and hissing as I go by for daring to say such things. People just don't like the truth, is all I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's what it is. Something like that, yeah. It's bonkers, isn't it? After they started so well to be not even in the playoffs. As it stands, not even in the playoff picture. There is in the chase now from being the one seed for the first couple of months.
I believe their downfall started from the day that I was like, they're going to win it all.
Yeah. They're just determined to prove you wrong at every corner.
God bless him. Is that the last bit of injury news?
Well, so just the last bit of that, just to finish that kind of point off on the Colts. Jones is out, Leonard is out, Anthony Richardson is out. Brett Ripien, their QB4, is currently getting the start at the Sunday. Their emergency quarterback is Tyler Warren. And the biggest news
designated survivor?
Say again?
Is he designated survivor if all of the Colts QBs go down in a fire at the White House?
Yeah.
They bring in their emergency backup.
Yeah. They've got Kiefer Sutherland at quarterback.
Yeah.
But don't worry, they've solved it all now because Philip Rivers has officially been signed to the practice squad today. Hasn't played football in 5 years.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Before I ask Alex about this, what I really want to know is if you come back, do you then have to wait a further 5 years to be eligible for the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's had 5 years. They didn't give him first ballot. So he was like, fine, I'll play again. And in 5 years, you could put me down as first ballot Hall of Famer, 49-year-old Philip Rivers.
That'd be amazing. Could you imagine if he comes back and then leads them to the Super Bowl? That would be the greatest sports story of all time.
Yeah.
Like they'll make a film of it.
They'll make
I
two
mean,
movies.
it'll probably be after like R-rated because all he does outside of football is make babies.
Yeah.
Yes, make babies.
I found out today he has a 2-year-old child and a 1-year-old grandchild.
Wow.
He's got 10 kids. 10 kids, and his youngest is only a year older than his first grandchild.
That's
Trying to
insane.
make his
Philip
own
Rivers, man.
Steve Martin like kind of duos, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, we're like cheaper by the dozen, like.
Cheaper by the dozen.
There you go. Anyone mark your bingo card for obscure movie references. In 2025, the year of our Lord, with this cheaper by the dozen drop.
Yeah.
Never watched the sequel. I assume it's just as good.
It's
Cheaper
better.
by the baker's dozen.
It's better.
That's
It's got Eugene Levy with a rival 12 children family,
Hijinks. Love it.
and they compete for a Summer Lake Cup with like egg toss, log roll, and a classic rower canoe across the lake. Although, spoiler alert, and I'll put spoiler alert. The eldest of Steve Martin's children is heavily pregnant, and her water breaks in the water as they go, and all the kids bond together to try and get them there. It's a cute story. Taylor Lautner's in that movie.
Wow.
There we go. And much like the Colts practice squad, I assume everything that you just described there. There's an egg and spoon race, and they've got a tug of war that Phil Rivers, because Phil Rivers watched Keeper by the Dozen, knowing that he was going to recreate it, and was like, "Guys, I've got it. Don't worry." Alex, do you have any other thoughts on Steve Martin movies or Philip Rivers besides the Colts?
I wanted to play a game with both of you, if that's okay.
Shoot.
Yeah.
And I hope that neither of you have cheated, because I've seen that probably Pete's read it, and so has Joe. So can both of you name the UK official number one when Philip Rivers was born? Which was... It was in the 8th of December, 1981.
December 81.
I'm going to... Oh, I've not read this, but I'm going to make a guess. The fact that you're making a story of it. Is it Kate Bush?
It's not.
Oh,
Is it Wizard? I wish it could be Christmas every day.
It's not.
You say it was born in December?
Yeah. Early December,
Yeah.
So maybe a bit early for the Wizard one. It was not. It was. It still is why, which is really quite funny. It was Human League. Don't You Want Me?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, they do.
And then, can anyone name the UK official number one when his last start was, which was the 9th of January 2021?
2021. I'm gonna check out some. What's him from One Direction? Not Tomlinson. The other one, Watermelon Sugar guy.
It was not Harry Styles.
Was it not Harry Styles? Nah, that'd be my go. 2021.
It was not. It was another pop band. Pete, if you want to guess, but I'm guessing it's probably about 5 years too late for your music test.
Exactly that, yeah.
Yeah, he stopped in 2016. That's where he peaked.
It was a band called Little Mix. If either of you have ever heard of Little Mix,
Oh yeah.
I've heard of Little Mix.
Yeah,
Like, just because you did one of these before the show, mate, don't give me that.
Their song called Sweet Melody, which it will be to Colts fans and all NFL fans everywhere if Philip Rivers gets his start. So there you go.
I know Sweet Melody, mate. Sweet Melody. Ba, ba, ba. This guy thinks I don't know ball. Come on, mate.
Oh, brilliant.
Little Mix have not been relevant for quite some time. They've all gone solo, obviously, at the moment. So, yeah, go. Philip Rivers still doing it in 2025. Have we got any other good news stories outside of like pensioners getting paid?
We have got one, and it's another bingo card tick off. It is our relevant college news story of the week.
Ooh.
So Ohio State made it to the playoffs, everybody. Woohoo,
well done, Ohio State.
Well done to you. Their safety and one of their better players, Caleb Downs, has decided to tell his team he's not going to suit up for the playoffs. I'm out.
Okay.
I'm good. In today's press conference, he said, I love this team, but I have to make the best choice for my career and my family. He's going to not play again another down of football until the NFL draft.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time off.
I get.
And if he's that good,
I don't want to get injured. I don't want to get injured, but at the same time, that's going to tank his stock. That's going to cost him money no matter what. Because if you just down tools because you're worried about getting injured, a team's just going to be like, that's giving Brandon Ayuk vibes.
And with the 7th pick of the first round, the New Orleans Saints take
safety, Caleb Downs.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's the last of that one. I thought
you were going to talk about the Fighting Irish deciding to pull out their ball because they chucked their toys out the pram.
No, I don't think Notre Dame should get any publicity or press, even from the fast viewers that watch our podcast or listen to us online. That is disgusting behaviour, and I don't believe we should mention it. Boo.
Fair enough. Alex, not a fan of Irish pull-out game.
Jesus Christ.
It's like Philip Rivers.
Let's have some bangers and trash. I've been looking forward to this one. I did it.
Totally original, legal and distinct bangers and trash audio. Back to you in the studio.
Copyright strike me now, YouTube. I've thrown down the gauntlet. That was my voice as well. Don't accuse me of using AI.
Oh, fantastic.
Having a good time.
Can I just say that's such a better gif of sausages.
Yeah, I thought so. Honestly, half an hour of scrolling through sausage gifs because it had to be a banger. It couldn't just be a sausage because then it's sausage and trash. That doesn't make any sense. So it had to be bangers like in a pan. So there you go. Got that with the totally distinct, legal, original bangers and trash audio.
And for any partners that may be watching, honestly, that's what Joel was searching for when he typed in sausages GIF.
And totally distinct, legal.
Yeah.
That was for the audio. Bangers and trash. Oh dear, we've gone off the rails here. I absolutely love it. I'm going to start with a banger just because I'm in a good mood. I'm going to throw it up for the Giants. Well done, New York. You won on your bye week. Without doing anything, they went up to the number 1 pick in the draft so far. So I just want to chuck that one out there. Jameis Winston just getting W's wherever he goes. And he was all over TV as well, wasn't he, this weekend?
Oh, my God. That broadcast was mad.
I saw their huddle. I don't know if that was live on air or before they went in. Everything I saw was strange.
It was fully live. And then he wanted to give a W to Gronk, which was in the shape of a cookie. And then Gronk said, I don't eat W's. All I do is spike them. And then Jameis Winston looked like he got upset because Gronk was going to ruin his bit. And then, oh man, it was he was giving affirmations to not only everyone on the squad, but all the teams they were covering. He was bigging the Rams up. Oh man, he is definitely going to be a member of that Fox crew when he retires, whenever he decides to do it. And I know that you find him insufferable, but he's going to give us so much joy every week. And I really want him to get a horse live on set.
I forgot what we named the horse in the group chat. We were having a good time.
He feels like he could play that kind of Michael Richards role in the studio. You know what I mean? Where he's the humor, and if he doesn't take himself too seriously, he'll add a bit of levity in there, and it'll work really, really well. And when it's in short bites as well, so you can flick to something else in your quad box.
There'll be all sorts of stuff. They'll be throwing him out of an aeroplane to do a report. He'll be live fighting a hurricane. He'll be baking cookies on a beach somewhere. Like, he'll just be doing all sorts of crazy news reporter stuff whilst trying to comment on actual sports. Like, can we legally fire him out of a cannon? And he's there lighting the fuse, being like, too late, you know.
The name of his horse was Duval, and that was because he operatically sung Duval, which obviously is the Jaguars thing that they do. So Jameis Winston.
And you said he sounds like he's calling his horse, and then that led to his horse is probably called Duval.
There it is.
Nice.
Jameis Winston. And somehow the Giants being on a bye week ended up being a banger. Who's got anything for me? You got any bangers? Got any trash? Legally distinct?
Can I rip off a plaster? Can I?
Please.
In the bangers, can I put the Packers?
Yeah, go on, mate.
And I want to specifically call out three particular players. Firstly, it was a brilliant game. Anyone who watched it, really fantastic game. I could have put trash for a few people, bangers for a few people. Could have put trash for the refs. The refs were awful. They were awful in favour of the Bears mostly, but they were awful no matter what. There were some really questionable decisions all the way through that game. But I've got to call out Christian Watson, Keyshawn Nixon, and Jordan Love. Absolutely balled out. Keyshawn Nixon had the game-winning interception. He'd not had interception all week, and the Packers fans were getting on his all season. Sorry, the Packers fans were getting on his back all game, giving him all sorts of grief because he had a couple of fouls, got into a fight with Luther Burden, I think it was. He somehow, the Olamide Zaccheaus touchdown, he did the perfect coverage, big dive, and it just shot through his hands. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know how he didn't catch that. I don't know how Zaccheaus did, and I don't know how he didn't, because it just went straight to his hands. So he did everything right. It was just so much velocity, he couldn't get his hands on it. But I thought he played really, really well all game. He made a few really, really big stops in there and really stepped up. And if anything, the reason the game was as close as it was, apart from the refs, was Jordan Love and Christian Watson were too good. They just kept scoring that quickly. They were just absolutely... Watson had Bayard and CJ Gardner-Johnson on toast. And he's ripping off these big plays. So the offense would come on, just go, yoink, make a huge play. Apart from the final touchdown, were in, scored, and off really quickly. So their defense just got absolutely knackered, which meant in the second half, the Bears came back and made it really, really close. And that was just, because the defense was absolutely gassy. And Parsons said afterwards that it's not fun constantly having to deal with that run game, not getting a rest, having to chase Caleb running around. I thought the Packers were excellent. Jordan Love was superb. I saw a thing earlier on PFF gave him a perfect rating being under pressure. So on the blitz, under blitz. So when he was blitzed, he had a 99 QB score, which is ridiculous because he was just Bears blitzed and he just let off massive touchdowns. 2 or 3 of his touchdowns came from that. So fantastic game from him. They played really well. It was a really entertaining game. I wish we hadn't had the interception at the end because Ben Johnson's already said if the Bears had have scored that touchdown, they'd have gone for the 2-pointer. So it's a shame that we all lost that drama of the 2-point conversion, which would have won or lost it either way.
Yeah.
A really, really good game. Well played to the Packers. They were the better team on the night, and it shouldn't have been as close as it was, to be honest.
Ben Johnson, my golly gosh. Ben Johnson also said that the final play call worked. Because it did. I don't know if you've seen the clip, but like it completely did. Cole Kmet's defender dropped, Swift's defender dropped, like to DJ Moore. Nixon made a heads-up play, and that was awesome. It was incredible.
Because he was covering DJ Moore, wasn't he? And then he stepped off to cover.
That's it. And like that's not coaching. That's not scheme. That's not that. That's just pure individual brilliance of reading football and going, nah, this is the I can make the play to save the game, and obviously it did. And it's those fine margins. But like the other thing that if you are a Bears fan and watch it, because obviously we've got Pete and me and Joel have decided to jump on the Bears bandwagon. Don't get discouraged because Jordan Love balled out and Caleb Williams was Caleb Williams. Like what you were watching was a second-year QB in a first-year QB system versus a sixth-year quarterback with the same coach for all 6 of those years in his system that's been perfectly molded around to fit him.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you nearly got one. And that would have been historic because you always get battered by the Packers. But, like, there's horizons.
And you saw Caleb make some fantastic plays. There's a couple of things. That phenomenal pass to Cole Kmet down the sideline, the touchdown pass to Zacchaeus, the big explosive play to Devin Duvernay, of all people, who's normally only special teamer, for a big chunk gain there. There wasn't a single explosive play from the run game. All explosive plays came from passes, which is a bit different. And actually, if you looked at that touchdown at the end, like you said, Keyshawn Nixon did that fantastic play. It was just a timing thing. If Caleb had thrown it quarter of a second earlier, it probably gets to Cole Kmet and Nixon doesn't get there. If he'd have held off a quarter of a second late when Nixon moved off, DJ Moore was wide open. It was just really bad timing on that, a little split second either way, and that's a touchdown and they've won. I still didn't like the play call overall. I think I'd rather have gone for the first down and it ate up a bit more clock, because if they'd have scored and got the 2-point conversion, I think it still would have left about 30 seconds, 40 seconds for Jordan Love to get downfield in the way he was playing. Because Ben Johnson even said that, and I suppose that's the biggest testament to how good Jordan Love was. He said they got the ball about 3.5 minutes and said we can either go down quickly, go for big plays, and if it doesn't work out, we've got a chance to get the ball back and get another play, or we just eat up the clock and make this our only drive, and we just go all in on this drive. And he said because Jordan Love was playing so good, we don't want to try and score quickly and then it go back to Jordan, because he was killing us on big explosive plays. So he said, right, let's just eat up that clock and pay respect to him.
Yeah, wasn't a bad Bears game, was a good Green Bay game. That's the kind of thing. Like I didn't catch the very end of it. I was like half asleep by that time. Long day out and about with the fam. But from the bits that I was watching, I just really enjoyed it when it was early doors, low scoring. They just kept kind of like trading back and forth, and it really. I just can't wait for the playoff football, man. Like each week there's something like that where I'm like, that is just an absolute winner goes home like type game. And yeah, it could easily have gone one way or another. I think the same kind of goes for the Monday night game where, you know, similar situation, picked off in the final play, could have easily gone one way or another. So great to see, love to see it. Bears still going to probably be fine. I don't know who they've got this week, but back in
it's the only good game they've got left. It's Browns, Packers again, 49ers, Lions. So it's a brutal end, but Browns should be the gimme, you'd hope.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go all out in that last week as well with the Lions, because obviously divisional and all that stuff. Nobody's going to be sitting anybody. The playoffs are going to be there for the taking. Decent. I'm going to toss it over to Alex. Got any bangers or trash for us? We've been quite positive.
Yeah, let's talk about the Lions. Holy moly!
We never talk about the Lions. Let's do it.
What a football game that was! Like,
what a football
game. Cast your mind all the way back to Friday morning or Thursday night. 44-30. Holy moly! Gibbs, we've talked about him all season. We'll talk about him all season long. That kid's a monster. He's an absolute freak of just nature. He's awesome in so many ways, and I love it. And the reason why I love it is because he has now absolutely battered some very, very legendary players with what he's managed to do. That wasn't me. Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Cat flap.
That's his safe word.
Oh, right, okay. So through 45 career games, Jahmyr Gibbs has got 5.5 yards per carry, which is more than Barry Sanders. He's got 47 total touchdowns, which is 4 more than Jerry Rice. And he's got 4,726 yards, which is more than Emmitt Smith. That's company to keep, and they will continue to do it. He is an absolute legend, and I really enjoy watching him. And whenever he is great, he is phenomenal and arguably the best player in the league.
Let's just hope they rest him in week 18, AP.
Yeah, please, because he is terrifying. If the run game's not working, he's terrifying in the pass game. He's just an absolute menace all over the field. He's the next CMC, isn't he? And he's already at that kind of level. And he's doing all of this behind a beat-up O-line as well, which is even more impressive.
I mean, I guess we could talk about Jahmyr Gibbs till the cows come home. But, God bless. I'm going to... I want to talk about the bunny in the room. Pete, you brought this to my attention. I'd just like to bring it up. Quote from I think it's Ashley Sullivan on Twitter. I won't call it the other thing. The Eagles have installed a positivity rabbit into the locker room. It showed up today, and the offensive line stressed to me they are not sad. They just want a good vibes bunny. It's amazing. It's like, what, 9 feet tall, like 10 foot. Happy Easter bunny rabbit inflatable thing, just like bang in the middle of the locker room. It obviously brought some good vibes, but not a win.
Not good play.
Not good play. No. If they had him at corner, maybe. Like,
yeah, it's max of desperate, doesn't it? It's yeah. Look at this. No, it's fine. Honestly, this is definitely going to work. It's like a dad desperately trying to save his marriage, with just one of those really last minute. Oh yeah, this is definitely how we solve all of our woes by getting an inflatable bunny.
Inflatable bunny. It's
Yeah,
a classic move. But yeah, I suppose off the back of that, I'm going to prompt you into one of your trash talks from this week. Super Bowl QBs, so including Hurts and the positivity rabbit.
Yeah, so it's not just Hurts. I think there's probably a couple. I could talk about banger and trashy that all tie in. I'm sure Alex have plenty to say on this.
Yeah.
But Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, 2 elite quarterbacks, generally agreed. The 2 QBs in the Super Bowl last year. This weekend combined for 0 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. 7. And Hurts, despite his flaws, normally is quite conservative, normally protects the ball really well. But he just, Jesse Minter, the Chargers DC, had his number all day yesterday. Some of them were unlucky plays that were tipped passes and then somebody picked them off, I think 2 of them. But some of them were just outright bad throws. There's one for Hand, the defensive end for the Chargers. The first quarter, if you watched it, they kept the game plan from Hurts seemed to be target Dallas Goedert between the hashes, straight down the middle, keep targeting him. And they saw that was happening. So Hand, just instead of going after the quarterback, he just took a step back. He just like, I'm not going to pressure the QB. I know he's going to pass. Took a couple of steps back, got in the way, and it was just straight into his hands because Hurts was not expecting it at all. So that was, I don't know whether it was a heads-up play from him or he'd had Minter in his ear, but that was fantastic. That final deflection at the end by Cam Hart was just a superb play. If you've not seen it,
oh god, yeah.
Obviously, so exciting because he tipped the pass. I can't remember who it was that caught it afterwards. One of his one of the other cornerbacks, caught it. Got to the game ceiling because this was an overtime game ceiling interception, and then Hart had to be like, ugh, and tackled his own guy. Like, don't run, don't fumble it and fuck it up. Just get down and end the game, please.
Made even better by it being the Monsters Inc. Bowl and Sully Sullivan getting the interception. That was Sully's fourth interception of the game. I don't know if he embodied different players throughout or if it was just the one guy, but yeah, Sully getting the dub for the Monsters over the Eagles. I thought that was pretty decent.
I mean, there is a high advantage when it's him and the person trying to catch the ball is Mike Wazowski. That's you don't throw it into that coverage. That hurts. Deserves more criticism for that.
He was also the receiver in the game one of the go-ahead touchdowns that Justin Herbert threw was JP Sullivan. So he had the best ever two-way performance of an NFL player ever. Man.
In 5 years, Sully's going into the Hall of Fame. I can't wait. Like, just see that like grizzly bust. What a legend.
Jesse Minut's getting a head coaching job next season.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so too. And the funny thing is as well, like Herbert wasn't great either. The Eagles played really, really well. But he was playing with a broken hand, and he was still better than Hurts.
Alex, do you need me to pull up the stat?
Please.
Okay. If you'd like to describe for the fine people at home, the Bleacher Report reported on X that Twitter.
Jalen Hurts would have had a higher QBR if he spiked the ball every play tonight. He would have. He had a 31.3 QBR, and he would have had a 39.6 QBR if he spiked the ball every play tonight. He also might have won me my fantasy week and made me not miss out on the playoffs.
Oh dear.
So, all I needed, Jalen, was 5 points from you. You got 0.4, and I lost the game. And then I don't make the playoffs in my league.
That's it. Season's over.
Thanks, Jalen. Thanks. That's it, man. That's it. You've never scored 0 points or less than 12 points in a fantasy game, and I needed just 5. And you do it this week. Thanks, man. But anyway, we got the W. I say we, the champs got the W. And
back on. Hold on. Let me dust this off. Wait. It's down here somewhere. Charge.
Thanks, man. The Chargers X tweet when they posted the final score was "Birds aren't real."
Chargers social media team always wins.
Jim Harbaugh said, "I put it in the discussion with the birth of my 7 children, my marriage. It's in the conversation." and who could forget a $262 million quarterback absolutely blanking the reporter at the game, the end of the game. Just walked away constantly 3-4 times and was like, "Yeah, I don't actually really want to talk to you." That was really bad from him, actually, to be fair. I didn't like it. But he's the only NFL quarterback in the Super Bowl era to complete under 50% of his passes, throw for under 150 yards, get sacked 7+ times, have multiple turnovers, and still win.
Incredible.
And the Chargers also called out our friend Adam Rank as well. Did you see that?
They did.
When the worst person you know made a good point, and it was the thing that everybody picks the Eagles apart from Rank.
Also, final 1 point. Shout out to the 6 Broncos fans that were in the Eagles end.
Was it just like hanging around?
Yeah, there were 6 fans all wearing the bright orange of the Denver Broncos, sat in Philadelphia. Well, there's not really ends in football, which again is something that weirds me out as a football fan. But whatever, there were 6 Denver Broncos fans sat in the stand that is normally reserved for mega Philadelphia Eagles fans. So I hope they really enjoyed the game as well, you utter tools.
They were just thinking this is where we secure top seed and we just want to cheer on the Chargers losing.
Oh yeah, maybe that was it.
The division. Yeah.
I'm going to bring up the other part of the Super Bowl QBs having a rough time. Alex, you've sent what you've put in a contender as maybe like one of the top memes of the season from at NFL memes on twitter.com, showing the Chiefs falling to 6-7. Don't you dare. And the Dolphins being at with 6 wins and 7 losses, being the cool, funky guy on the golf course. Yeah, same.
Do you know who either of those are, by the way?
No.
Yes, I know both of them are, yeah.
There we are. Thank God. Pete, do you want to educate him?
The Chiefs is Tiger Woods and the Dolphins is John Daly.
So,
right, okay.
So John Daly has a thing that he now plays on his YouTube channel in bare feet and drinking considerably, and just absolutely rips them and is an absolute legend. The reason why I think that's probably the meme of the season is not for those two teams in the same category. I've seen it used so much this year.
Yeah.
Like it has been used for everything. The most common person that is John Daly is the Carolina Panthers. Like that's the ones that I've seen this season the most because they're the ones that shocked everybody the most. But it has been used so much and it has brought me joy every time because as a fan of golf, I know how great Tiger Woods is and I know how not great John Daly is. And that's not, and please, let's bring out the second obscure movie reference. I'm not excluding John Daly's performance in Happy Gilmore 2. He was excellent in that movie.
He was really
he
good.
Deserved all of his plaudits for it. He was hilarious. But on the golf course, John Daly is a questionable human being.
Fantastic stuff. I'm gonna bounce off of the back of that, keep the good times rolling. The 6-7 Miami Dolphins. I came across a banger this week, and that is that the Dolphins can still make the playoffs if now. Get your pens and pencils ready for this one. Clearly, the Dolphins have to win their last 4 games against Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay, New England. Pretty tough, not impossible. Stranger things have happened. Okay. They also need the Colts to win 1 or less of their next 4 games against Seattle, San Francisco, Jacksonville, or Houston. Colts probably going to lose all 4. That's a shoo-in. Chargers to lose against all of the their next 4: Kansas City, Dallas, Houston, Denver. Possible.
Yep.
Yeah. The Chiefs to lose 1 game out of the Chargers, Titans, Broncos, and Raiders. Again, Chiefs are definitely going to lose 1 more game. And then the Ravens to also lose 1 more game. So Cincinnati, New England, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh. The Ravens are going to lose one of those. So as long as the Dolphins win their 4 games and the Colts only really get... I think the Chargers losing out is going to be the difficult one.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins can still make it. And it's got nothing to do with the Bills, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's bizarre. If they go in as the 3rd team from a rubbish division.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. They could just sneak in.
I actually think that could be... And I wonder what the odds are on the bookies or anything like that for that, because that could legitimately happen, especially with the Chargers. Obviously, when we beat Kansas City opening game of the season, that was the first time in 9 tries we'd beaten Kansas City. And then you're looking at Dallas, who the main one is Dallas in Dallas or is Dallas in LA? Because if Dallas is in Dallas, Dak Prescott has not put up less than 30 points this season in Jerry World. Houston, obviously, their defense just rocked Patty Mahomes. And then Denver is Denver, so they'll probably win 10-7.
Cowboys are in SoFi, but there'll be more Cowboys fans than Chargers fans. It's like a home game.
That's probably true. So again, and it's a dome as well, isn't it? So Dak could probably throw for at least 30 points. And if Herbert plays the way that Herbert's played last night, he won't manage to get 17 points. So he'll be the situation that possibly could happen, and that's mad.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is my like
quite a
one of
difference between the Eagles' D and the Cowboys' D. So
this is one of my favorite like times of the year. Usually, it's the Raiders trying to mathematically work out 17 things that are going to happen to hopefully make it into to the playoffs. So it's usually like week 15, but obviously they've added a week, so maybe next week there's going to be more of it. But there's only I've got the list here of people eliminated. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams eliminated from playoff contention. And I was having a good laugh with Alex earlier that the Bengals are doing worse than the Falcons, but they still have a shot at 4 and 9 of making the playoffs. Like, what a trash division that has been. So yeah, we're gonna start getting some like weird maths. I think a lot of these teams that we see here, Ravens, Chiefs, Dolphins, Vikings, Bengals, if they lose their next game, I think that's it. You fork them, don't you? They're done. Potentially Cowboys as well, but that kind of depends a lot on what happens with the Eagles, with them dropping off. I just can't see anyone below the Cowboys making the playoffs, apart from maybe the Cincinnati Bengals.
I would say the Ravens. The Ravens are 1 win back from the Steelers. I know it's 1.5 because of the tiebreaker.
But they're horrible at the moment. That's my problem.
Are horrible. Yeah.
And Lamar's the worst he's ever been, ever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. But all it takes is if he suddenly starts to feel a bit healthier, then they could go and run. But I don't see it. But we'll probably come to that.
I just I just realized whenever we pull up a graphic, in my view, Mike Wazowski's Pete, but like me and Joel are fine. It just covers Pete completely.
Yeah, it's just as if we like lean over like one little bit.
If we lean over there, it's fine. But then, like when it's there, it's there. Bless him.
It's better when it's like the bunny or something, though. So we've just replaced him completely. Thanks for coming, Positivity Bunny.
I just realised that's a microphone and not a cigar as well. There he's holding it.
Happy Easter.
He's like the baby from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Okay. Shout out to the writer of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, by the way. He accidentally got the rights to that back. Expect a sequel soon.
Amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if they just let it slide or if he actually just like waited it out, but he's really pleased to have the rights back because he's wanting to be doing the things some justice. So there you go. Right, let's keep on. I think we're kind of like going off the rails here. But I do love it. It's one of those like crazy weeks. That's everything that I've got for like bangers and trash. Like I just like listening to you guys. Pete, talk to me. You've already talked the Packers. We've already talked Chargers. Give me your other banger.
We've got to talk about Shedeur Sanders.
FYI, if you are going to, be sort of famous for a particular celebration, you're asking for it, aren't you?
Yes.
You are just seeing the entire like Titans defense all in the end zone with their fists in the air. Fantastic. Like, yeah.
But now we need to caveat this, kind of paraphrase Sir Alex Ferguson and be like, lads, it's the Titans. But Sanders had a day. He was fantastic. It was 364 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Yes, he threw an interception in there, but he balled out. Now, there were some big yak plays, like a little dump off to the running back.
Yeah, Judkins.
Yeah, Judkins, who just went to the field. He's so good. I love watching Judkins play. He's such a good player. If that team gets good, he's going to be the next elite running back. He's fantastic. It's just, but yeah, Shedeur played well. He's been told he's got the job to the end of the season.
Right.
Now, so it's his for the next 4 games to make a claim for himself. And if he plays well, the fact that they lost, if he plays well, then suddenly you've got a high-profile quarterback that's got talent and he's starting to show it, and a really high draft pick, so they can put some pieces around him quickly. Now, it's going to be difficult with the centre out, Pocic. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Pocic. Pocic. But if he can, he's now got the opportunity that he wants, and he does have talent. So he's shown it today, and let's see how he can play out for the next couple of weeks. He's got a good opportunity next week as well, because we've seen the Bears will give up explosive plays left, right, and centre. So he should be able to get some momentum going there as well.
But does he have a coach that fully believes in him? Because I personally think that what Kevin Stefanski did this week, even though it's far should have Sanders, and we rag on him a little bit, but me personally, I think that's inexcusable. I think
game on the line, 2-point conversion.
I like, you've got a
little more
quarterback
hate him.
Yeah,
I would rather he be on the field at that point, because clearly, if he's not on the field, you're snapping it straight to Judkins, because you've been doing that, since you started. Judkins forgetting to do the lateral, fine, he choked in that point. Would should have done the same, probably. But you've got to give him the opportunity. Like, if you're going to say, fine, it's his job and right, we have to play him or whatever, stop taking him off when it gets to the goal line. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, who are you? What are you trying to prove at this point? Like, it's one of those. I can't fully dislike Shedeur Sanders unless you let him stay on the field and prove me right. I don't like that you take him off and it's like, well, I wasn't on the field. Like, if I were there, it would have been legendary. But it was not legendary. I guess that's the opposite.
It's not firm, it's just flaccid.
Yeah, just one of them.
And the stupid thing is, Stefanski's got one shot to save his job, and it's not winning out. It's not winning out. If they manage to scrape out another 4 wins before the end of the season, it's not just suddenly saving his job because he's done it in spite of Sanders. He saves his job by looking good with Sanders and showing a rapport with him. And right now, the only opportunity they've got is either we're completely rubbish and you're out, or there's opportunity there and it's Sanders and you two have got chemistry, so we think you're the right person to help develop him. They're the pole. I just don't see a middle ground between them where Sanders isn't it and he keeps his job. So I don't get what he's doing. It's almost like he's trying to go, when I think Sanders is rubbish. So when he's rubbish and I lose my job, I'm definitely going to lose my job, but he was rubbish. So what chance did I have? I wasn't given any opportunities. I was given 2 crap quarterbacks. Please hire me somebody else. He needed to commit and support Shedeur. He did, and that was his one shot to keep his job. He's gone. He's 100% gone.
So then the question that I'll ask to both of you is, in that division, do we get a clean slate? Like we talked last week, the Tomlin's under pressure. They didn't look any better this week. Like the Ravens under Harbaugh are terrible, as well as their 35 games under 500 since 2013 against other playoff teams. So that's a statistic that's not taken them any further. Zach Taylor, yes, his best player went out, but again, he's not been able to build a team around Joe Burrow. He's not been able to fix this defense. He's not been able to kind of do it. Are we going to get that full trigger? I'm aware Zach Taylor's the one. Zach Taylor's probably the one that's like, right, we'll give you another chance, another year, because it's there. It's the steepest one. But if there is going to be a division where we see all 4 ever, because I don't think it's ever happened, could it happen here?
No. And I'll say 2 things. I don't think, Tomlin doesn't get fired. Tomlin won't get fired. They've not fired a head coach since 1968. It's just not what the Steelers do. It's not what Rooney's going to do. He won't lose his job. He might not get re-signed, but he won't get fired. So that's me just probably splitting hairs. Or he might walk and say he wants a new challenge. I don't think so. I think they'll continue. They'll get into the playoffs and be like, we're not going to fire a coach that just got us into the playoffs, because they're probably getting there.
Yeah, and what if he takes another team to the playoffs next year? He gets 9 wins and makes the playoffs, and he keeps his dreams alive.
Yeah, it'd be just like who was the Bears guy that's gone to the Super Bowl and got fired? Lovie Smith. The Bears said, we never should have fired Lovie Smith. Took us to the Super Bowl and blah 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 blah. Or the NFC Championship game. There's also, I don't think Zach Taylor should be fired. He's got crap defensive coordinators. The bigger problem there is the GM. It's not Zach Taylor, because offensively, and he's offensive head coach, they're good. They are. They're an exciting. They can put up score, and they can, in obvious passing downs, they can still do, in obvious passing situations, they can still be exciting. So I don't think that he needs a better DC. But results are results. So it's easy to put him in the firing line. So I think he probably will get fired, but I don't think he should. And Harbaugh's not getting fired. No chance. They should change OC. Categorically, they should change OC, but I don't see Harbaugh getting fired. So I think
there'll be a lot of coaches being shuffled about, but not necessarily head coaches when it comes to that.
Yeah, there's normally 7, and I think it's probably only Stefanski that goes. It wouldn't surprise me if he then went over to be the OC in Ravens if they got rid of Todd Monken. Because he's a good running coach and he's really well with Nick Chubb. So in how Harbaugh likes to play offense, I think he could work really well.
Yeah, and then you've got a in-division coach of mine that, it's A, is used to playing against all of your opponents anyway, and B, knows one of them like the back of his hand. Things you hate to see. If you're the team that lose them, it's...
C just has to hire bodyguards for the rest of his life because Brian fans will try and assassinate him. That's right. You don't even need the allegedly there. Browns fans will come after him. That would be
not
worse.
Allegedly. That is happening.
That would be worse than when LeBron left and people were burning his shirt. That would be the betrayal of all Cleveland, that you go to Baltimore to be their OC, a team that stole our team. It would be I can't see that ever happening, I must admit. But if it did, please inject it. It would be great.
Yeah,
that was one exchange I had on TikTok. I think it was after last week where somebody said, "Can we not just ship the Browns off and get a new team?" I was like, "You already did that. We got the Ravens." It's like, why not again? Like, all right, fine, fair enough. We can't just keep making the Browns a different team. Let's stop. God bless them. Alex, you still got some things that you want to talk about? Talk to me, Goose.
Can we talk about George Pickens losing his mind?
Yes.
Yeah, we can talk about George Pickens losing his mind.
Yes, we've already discussed kind of Jermaine Gibbs being absolutely amazing and this game being incredible. But Richard Sherman, yes, that Richard Sherman was doing the tele broadcast for this game for some strange reason. I've got no idea why. He has no link to any of these teams and isn't charismatic at all. I'm firmly on the George Pickens bandwagon of hating Richard Sherman, but I am very, very. I'm both sides in this because George Pickens was awful on Thursday night or Friday morning, whichever time zone you're in, and that one catch that we've seen 20,000 times. When I first watched it, I thought it had gone to the end zone and taken the end route towards the edge of the turf, and George had just gone, it's gone over my head, it's there. But then I watched it a second time. I was like, wait, does he miss the ball completely? And then the third time, I'm like, yes. Then the fourth time, I'm like, wait, did he not even try and go for that ball? And then the fifth time, I'm like, no, he did not. He gave up halfway through that play. And that's why he got traded out of
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, thank you. That's why he left Pittsburgh, right there. That's the attitude that Tomlin would go, nope. Or Rodgers would watch it once and go, nah, we're not having that. That's not there. We need to die for this team. We need to be this. And also probably he did that. But in a classic wide receiver petty stance, Pete, thank you for this because I wouldn't have found it. I have been told by our presenter and extraordinaire of Joel, or the Joel Hewitt, that I'm allowed to read this. So, because if you missed this,
there's something about people with your particular hair color being accepted in a community that Pete and I are not. Let's just say that.
Okay. But is it because I'm ginger? I think it's because I'm ginger. Anyway, but this was on George Pickens's Instagram story the morning after he saw Richard Sherman's comments. This is a team game, IMAO, which is I have
in
no
my
idea.
honest opinion.
In my honest opinion, I thought it was I'm laughing my ass off, but that's something else, isn't it?
Yeah,
LMAO.
That's LMAO. Thank you.
Or LMAO, Body Rock.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Body Rock.
Jesus Christ. I'm not the only one on the team. Stop becoming an analyst and talking about one player when he loses a team game. Lots of has gone right for explosive plays, and it's funny because I thought former players would know that. Richard Pussy-ass Sherman, who, by the way, ain't without the Legion of Boom. We all remember San Francisco, brother. Much love. 3 ninja emojis. Don't
well
speak
pronounced
on me unless you know the game of football as a former player, not a dick riding fan / analyst that act like a double team is not a thing or certain bracket coverages don't exist. Knowing you play ball, which show me you a leech weirdo. Now, Twitter, eat this up. 5 laughing emojis. Clout our world.
Firstly, credit to Pickens for still calling it Twitter. Like, you automatically get a dub from me, my friend. But yeah, he went off at Richard Sherman. Poor defenseless, like no muscle tone Richard Sherman ever since like he got out of the game. He's just a bag of bones. And I saw something where Cam Newton was talking, and he was like, "Oh, you do these things, and you've got to be like a mouthpiece. If you've got the same opinion as somebody else, often a producer will be like, you need to say something different." So maybe that's the case. But yeah, come on, Richard Sherman should know better. And I liked him as a player because, as we've established, I like it when players are utter arseholes, especially in the cornerback. So the whole put me up against a whack retriever like Crabtree poetry. Love that. Put it in the Louvre. But yeah, God, Pickens just like don't pull any punches. You're not going to lose any money from banging on Richard Sherman here. If anything, all that's going to happen is people are going to think you're better than just ace. Like there are no ramifications from having a pop at Richard Sherman, because he's also known for having a pop at that poor woman when he did the interview that just like scared the hell out of her. Yeah, just bless him.
It's because Pickens is only on a 1-year deal, isn't he, with the Cowboys? He's looking for new contracts this offseason. Mm-hmm. And he was in line for he still is in line for a big payday because he's been fantastic all season. But that low effort game on Thursday was really bad. And then drawing more attention to it now, it might not cost him any money, but it might cost him some teams. It might cost him some options if the Cowboys decide not to re-sign him, or they don't know. I've not looked into their cap situation. But yeah, he's not done himself any favours at all in a contract year.
I disagree. I think he has done himself favours with the one owner that doesn't care about wins, but does like being in the press.
Yeah, true.
So he's absolutely. I cannot remember a time when George Pickens wasn't a Dallas Cowboy. Even when he was a Pittsburgh Steeler, that man was a Dallas Cowboy. You can see it in his eyes.
They'll sign Brandon Ayuk in the offseason. You know it's
Oh,
coming.
love that move. Yeah, get all the reprobates in.
Does that mean they're getting Rashid Rice as well?
Yeah, bring him in. That's a twofer. He's a bit of an ass, and he has a criminal record. So, like, woohoo! That's a perfect Dallas Cowboy, that, isn't it?
On that, as an aside, did you see that tweet that was doing the rounds this week? Like, when Rashid Rice just got absolutely smacked by the Texans defenders, like, that's what it's like to get hit at full speed and someone run off. Like, oh.
Poor guy did get folded in half.
But there's no allegedly for that. He did that.
Yeah.
He did that.
He did that.
Cat libelers.
Yeah.
Absolutely savage.
Go on, Alex. You still got a couple of bits before we move on to the topic of the show.
Can we feel sorry for the New York Jets, or do we not feel sorry for them when we laugh at the New York Jets?
We'll give them a second, but like they've not been relevant. I don't even recall. Did they even play this week? They're on a bye, right?
They're on a bye, yeah, but they obviously they were eliminated from the playoffs for the 15th consecutive year. That is the longest in American team things. Which for some reason the stats from Fox Sports didn't include the MLS, which I'm a little bit annoyed about. But all right, give them a pass. It's Fox. What more do I want? So in Major League Baseball, the NFL, the National Basketball Association, and the National Hockey League, no other team has not made the playoff for 15 consecutive years.
Wow. Good work, Jets. Just out here breaking records. So they had a bye week as well. So both New York teams on a bye got a win. Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Just breaking records and getting high picks.
Sorry, they got battered by the Dolphins. What more are we talking about?
Yeah.
See, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, they got beat 34-10 by the Dolphins, of course. Yeah, they did. That's absolutely baffling. Wow.
There we go. Just goes to show that it just was not worth even keeping an eye on.
That's how relevant they are. Yeah. In a high-scoring game, we didn't even realise. We're just that rubbish.
Which is a shame, because you know I enjoy a bit of the Jets, and I like a rubbish game as well, but I don't like a blowout. I like two rubbish teams going against each other. I like fumbles and, you have the ball. Oh, no, it's okay. You have a go, that kind of good stuff. It's like Browns Titans. Perfect. Two terrible teams that automatically make one another look like good teams, because in a vacuum, if you only showed somebody that one game, you go, whoa, look how the caliber of American football. But then when you widen that view and they watch any other team, they go, oh, these two are terrible. It's brilliant. I love it.
And the most Jets thing is in that 15 years. Do you remember that one Fitzmagic year when they were really good?
Yeah.
And they went 10-6, but just because of the record, they still didn't make the playoffs. That's the most Jetsy thing. It was so good to watch him that year as well.
I miss Fitzmagic. He was great. That's who the Colts should be working out.
Yes. He's got percentage of the, isn't he? He's too busy taking his shirt off on TV.
Yeah.
Aren't we all, Peter? Aren't we all?
That's the off-season. Who's got the hairiest chest? Don't think I'm winning that one.
Bring it on. I'll grow it out. I'll plait it. Any more before we move on?
I need to put out the Commanders.
Like stubbing out a cigarette?
Yes. The worst week, really quickly. The Vikings are the first team in 33 years to lose with a shutout and then win with a shutout the following week.
Wow.
They were shut out by the Seahawks last week, and then they won 31-0 against the Vikings. And
they scored no points, then conceded no points.
Yes. Yeah.
Brilliant.
And the Commanders were rubbish. And they lost Ertz, and they rushed Jaden Daniels back, just like we said they shouldn't. And his non-injured arm got injured again on a tackle. I think was it when he threw the interception? Threw an interception, and then in the follow through, got his arm injured. Oh, it was interception or something like that, or incompletion. But it was a bad play all round, and then he got injured again when they shouldn't have been playing him.
They could have saved so much face by just playing Mariota, who was a relatively hot hand.
Yeah.
And just let Daniels go and sit in his little VR room and just like learn some more, rest up. You look confused. Have you not heard about him, like his VR training?
Oh, yeah. No. This is what he did before the season started, wasn't it? Before he even became a pro.
Yeah. So he's got like a proper full-on like VR rig that he has like, and just like plays it all out and just he's the full lawnmower man experience.
Yeah, but he plays it at 2 times speed to help his processing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that's what's helped his processing. Just like, right, get these plays in, load them all up, and just play it really, really fast, and just get the ball out quickly. And
wow,
and we said it before. I won't harp on about it, but Dan Quinn's job wasn't at risk. So use the excuse of saying we're not going to play him. Get a really good draft pick, get an elite piece. You've gone from an NFC Championship team to really bad, but you've got the excuse of Jen Daniels has been out a lot. Get a blue chip piece. Even if you want to trade back, get a couple of first rounders from a really high pick and then rebuild and go again. Because you've got an old team, you need young new pieces. Stop trying to win. Now it's not helping you.
Yeah, give it up.
Yeah.
Everybody now, bottom half of you, like give it up. Let's just cap it there. There's like 3 weeks.
Tank. Unless you're playing the Packers, Lions, or Vikings.
Was JJ McCarthy actually good? Because I must admit, I did not watch a second of this football game. But I've got a stat line of 16 of 23, 163 yards and 3 touchdowns, which isn't screaming good to me. So I don't know if he was good or they were really bad.
No, McCarthy looked solid. All 3 of his passing touchdowns were to tight ends, 2 to Josh Oliver, 1 to TJ Hawkinson, and Jordan Mason ran 1 in as well. He played well. He played good, safe, sensible football. Yeah, it was. He played the game he needed to play. He got quite a few. He got short fields from defensive turnovers, and they ran the ball well as well. So yeah, he had a good game. So you couldn't really. I don't know whether it was him or it was 9 playing, and I can't remember which one of them's good and which one of them's not. But he's a bit like the Panthers, isn't he? You don't know when it's going to turn up on the day. So yeah, couldn't fault him.
You creeping?
Oh, he's talking to the dog.
Yeah, no, she's.
Of course, it's the show dog.
Bodog, the show dog. No, she's stuck her nose in, but she's having none of it. She's gone. But she just keeps rattling that door, so then it looks like there's some kind of possession going on back here.
Bless it.
All right. Realized that I left the news ticker on throughout all the bangers and trash. Just gonna pop that one up just because I can do, and nobody reminded me. And we are on to topic of the week. I just wanted to do this so that I could do this. Anybody listening at home, the topic of the week is bye, because there ain't no lie, baby. Bye. And the drop that I had, I managed to steal a Top of the Pops performance of NSYNC doing the dance because Alex asked me to do it, but I will not. Even though I probably could, maybe next time, off season, I'll work it out. But yeah, so yeah. Bye. So the point of this is the bye weeks are gone. Thank holy hell. Every single team now is playing every single week through 15, 16, 17, 18. We've got 4 weeks of 32 teams all going all out, which is fantastic because I really missed everybody who was on a bye this week, to be fair. Like, I've been enjoying the Giants and the Panthers and whatnot. So happy to have all of them. But also, it's a double entendre in a different type of way where who are we just saying bye-bye to? We had a look at the earlier of teams that are eliminated. So obviously we've already got the Giants, Titans, Raiders, Cardinals, Jets, and Falcons. But close behind them, you've got the Bengals, Vikings, Dolphins, Chiefs, Ravens, Cowboys, and that's the kind of like bottom half of everything. Who do you two think? Are we just like saying they're done? Like we've got no faith in them making it.
The Chiefs. I'm forking the Chiefs. I think they've got the division's too tough. In there, Broncos are too far ahead. Chargers are too far ahead, and they've both got the tiebreaker. I think they're done, and it feels. I normally don't like celebrating good teams going down because I like to celebrate competence. But yeah, I'm sticking a fork in the Chiefs. They don't look good. They need a refresh, and they won't get it. I just don't see it.
My algorithm really algorithmed this week, where I've had every other video has been a low light package of the Kansas City Chiefs. Look, just because I don't like Patrick Mahomes and I still hold him accountable for Alex Smith losing his job, I don't mind the rest of the team. But what I do enjoy is one of the great things about the NFL is that it always felt like anybody could kind of win it, like season in, season out. And although the Patriots did a lot of the time, I don't think I ever truly got sick of the Patriots winning it all the time, because it kind of, to me, felt a bit fresh that sometimes they lost it. Yeah, they won a bunch, but there was different kind of matchups and it was still kind of fun. What we've ended up with the Kansas City Chiefs is just the same kind of playoff run from them all the time, and that just bores me. And so them like dropping off a peg pleases me in the fact that it just kind of opened things up a little bit. Also, the talk of Mahomes is clearly going to outshine Brady. I didn't believe that in the first place because it's mostly recency bias with that, but what's he got? 3 rings of 5 Super Bowls. Still really great. And can he win 4 more? Yeah, maybe. But I think the drop off now, we're seeing a drop off where you didn't really see much of a drop off with like Brady.
Brady never had this season, did he? Apart from when he was injured.
So I'm not just sticking a fork in the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sticking a fork in the Kansas City Chiefs as a dynasty. I'm saying that we had a good few years, but the rise of teams in that division, Chargers look great. They finally seem to have it like starting to click. Obviously, I've been all over Denver this season, who, by the way, next season they're going to, collapse like a fly in a cupboard. They're just going to be that team, like the Lions, like the Commanders. I hate to see it, but I just think that it might not be sustainable. I can just see something within there. But yeah, it's just, I don't like it when too many people glaze too many people. It's Chris Collinsworth. Whenever you see somebody else throw the ball, it's always, what would Patrick Mahomes do in this situation? And it just honestly just gets to me all the time. So yeah, it's not rooting for them to lose. It's, can we finally start talking about somebody else? And so far, because of the kind of drop off of them and Mahomes, there's not another golden child that everyone's gravitated towards. Conversations have started to widen out a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's way more interesting TV. We don't talk about like Mahomes pretty much at all, apart from when he has a bad game, because it's, or at least it was a surprise. We'll probably talk more about Drake May than we do about Pat, because Drake May's out there doing Drake May things. Yeah. Also, shout out to Mrs. May. She's just doing the baking Christmas thing. She's just absolutely crushing it. Keep doing what you do, darling. So yeah, absolutely. See you later, Kansas. It's been, can't say it's been fun. I just don't want to anymore. The team that I am getting rid of is the Lions. Still, I am standing here as a person at the beginning of the season that was telling you the Lions will not beat the Lions of old. I just think that division's too tough. And they've not done anything to kind of like wow me. They're sat 8th in the NFC right now. It's going to be Green Bay and Chicago from there. Obviously, there's often 3 teams from one division, but I don't know. As good as Gibbs is, I just still have that feeling that Detroit are done for me. And then I've just looked and they've got the Bengals, Browns, Ravens. No, wait. That was their earlier schedule. Whereabouts are we? I cannot see there.
For the Lions to come in, they're getting rid of one of the Rams, the Seahawks, the 49ers, the Packers, or the Bears. That's who has to drop. Now, Bears seem the most obvious because of their tough schedule and facing the Lions at the last week. But they're going to put a lot of pressure on there. They're going to end up with, if they don't make it, they're going to have a fantastic schedule. Fantastic end result if that is their schedule. But you're saying that's wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking now. It's Rams, Steelers, Vikings, Bears. I think Rams will get the win. I think Steelers could really be pushing to win their division. So stranger things have happened. They'll beat the Vikings, and then that Bears game will be winning in, I think, between the two of them. I think that's inevitably what the show writers really want from this, is to have that interest in Week 18, which is what they really want by always having it as a divisional thing.
And it's
for me.
As well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That is tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
Yeah. It's the Lions. Alex, is there anybody that you've had enough of that you're just calling it now?
I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I want to see you out the door. Baby, bye to the San Francisco 49ers. I'm sick of it. Get out of my life. I'm sick of it.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm absolutely sick of it. They're currently not in the playoffs as we would end the season right now, which makes me...
With 9 wins is crazy.
They are. Sorry, they're in the...
Yeah,
the sixth. They are the 6th seed. So I apologize. The Bears the 7th. But their schedule makes me feel like they're probably still going to make the playoffs, and it hurts. They have the Titans, the Colts, the Bears, and the Seahawks. They will beat the Titans because it's the Titans. They will beat the Colts because the Colts are not going to win another game. They will lose to the Bears, and I hope that the Seahawks game is winning in, because the Seahawks have an equally difficult game or equally difficult schedule. They have the Colts, the Rams, the Panthers, and then the 49ers. So the Seahawks, if they manage to get two of those, the Rams will also be their kind of division seed split. So it will be easier for the Seahawks to qualify over the Rams, because the 49ers don't have any divisional stuff over the Rams this season. So that's my thing. I want the 49ers gone. I don't like them. I think that they have picked the wrong quarterback half the time this season, and then picked the right one the other half. I really hate that their wide receivers half-ass it half the time, and I'm just not a big fan.
Can you just say the Bucks? Okay.
I was gonna say, look, I can see it. Like I quite like San Fran, but the thing is, the kind of honeymoon period or whatever that may be, the early, I enjoy watching these guys, it's kind of worn off. They seem to struggle even to get a win right now. If you stuck them in the playoffs, I think I've said it before about another team, it would be a waste of a playoff spot. I would like to see him in there as a full fit and healthy squad, starting the right QB, Brock Purdy. but not the San Francisco 49ers that we've seen for the past 5 or so weeks. If they show up and play like they could do with a full squad, then it could be fun. But no, I wouldn't be too sad because, to be fair, the Rams and the Seahawks getting in is plenty for me because they are playing exciting football. Both of them you could see like in a Super Bowl, and the Niners could cost, the Panthers from getting in, potentially the Bears from getting in. Cowboys even still have a shot. I would rather see either the Cowboys, Panthers, Bears, even at this point the Lions get in over the 49ers.
Yeah, and it's one of the good things and the downside things as well, isn't it, of the way the playoffs works? Because right now, the Bucs seem like the worst team in the playoffs, and they're in such a strong position because it's them versus the Panthers, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
and they feel like one of those teams. Like those people that tried to stay under the radar in traitors. Just like, don't pay attention to me because as soon as you pay attention to me, I'm out. And that's the Bucs. The Bucs and the Steelers are screaming one and done teams in the playoffs.
Yeah,
they John Marlers of the celebrity traitors.
Yeah, I don't think he went he didn't go under the radar.
Sorry,
he was front and center.
The other Joe, I'm talking about Joe Wilkinson. That's the one I'm thinking of. Sorry, apologies.
Okay, yeah,
that's the Joe that I'm thinking of. Many apologies. That's our second niche reference of the 30th day. Wow.
You are right though. Like at the moment, again, like the Buccaneers, like losing to the Saints is one thing. Like, come on, sort yourselves out. It just really feels like, again, with like the Colts, the Buccaneers, what a great early story of the season, and then halfway through, the wheels fell off for whatever reason. So again, if it came down to it, only one team from the NFC South is making the playoffs. It's never going to be multiples. So give it to the Panthers. I think the Saints are going to ruin the Panthers' opportunity this weekend because they're going to stupidly try and like get a result as if it mattered. It doesn't. Tank, you bastards. Just take the fall, act it. But the Buccaneers also have the Falcons this weekend, so. But what Falcons shows up every now and again, they just go out and blow somebody out of the water. So who really knows? No, I would rather the Panthers get in than the Bucs. But right now, if the Bucs get in, boy, they're going to be that scrappy underdog, don't you? They're going to be that wild card. Baker Mayfield is going to like break both legs and still play. There's going to be ears bitten off. It's just going to be the Lions from a couple of years ago, like we'll take it down, but we'll bite your kneecaps on the way up type.
Well, at the moment, they play the Seahawks.
Good game. It's a win-win for me, that.
So that would be that. And they played earlier on in the season, didn't they? And the Buccaneers won 38-35 in what was a amazing game and absolutely awesome. There was 24 points in the fourth quarter and there was 29 points in the third. So like that was when Sam Darnold balled out and had like 350 yards and 4 TDs, wasn't it?
Yeah. So. Yeah, and they were both at one point like backups for on the Panthers, weren't they? And it's just like a great like story for it, which I'm sure if the playoffs ends that way, then we'll get a lot more highlights of those. But we've got to remember if we get to that point, Sam Darnold in the playoffs is the Sam Darnold the Jets drafted, and not the Sam Darnold that the Vikings took to the playoffs, and now the Seahawks took to the playoffs. So just got to be careful with that.
And you would also have to imagine that Baker Mayfield doesn't have his first, second, or third top receiver.
So we can't really blame him so much, but is there not a free agent out there? Why did Adam Thielen go over to the Pittsburgh Steelers? Could have been the number one at the Bucs.
They were really close on my like suggestion with the Steelers because like I'm done. that thing's a mess. But
the thing is,
also
Ravens suck, Bears suck, Bengals suck. Somebody has to be
awful.
the tallest midget, and at this point, it's the Steelers, isn't it? Like they're going in to the playoffs because the other three are fighting over who can be worse.
And it's one of them. So I don't know. Like the playoffs will be great this season because the 1 seeds are going to be legitimate, like good teams because New England will finish that 1 seed above the Denver Broncos, and the Rams will finish the 1 seed over in the NFC. So, like, yeah, the playoffs will be really good.
I can't wait. I'm so ready for the playoffs, man. Like, I hate that there's 18 games before the playoffs. I like that there's more football. Don't get me wrong, but I'm ready now. Like, I could just be in a coma for 4 weeks. Wake me up when the playoffs happen. That's it.
I don't know.
Let's do it. Let's go to the. Press button before I finish talking. Then pick 'em and flick 'em. Underdogs, overdogs, wombling free. What a car crash of a pick'em week. I ended up, I think I got 6 results correct. Absolute carnage. I'm still in 9th with 130 to 78. At 1 point ahead now of Alex, who is 129.79, who is who is 1 point over Pete at 128.80. Pete, you're now the worst of the three of us on the pod by 1. Alex, you're doing it. We're 9, 10, 11. You're just like pulling it out of the bag all of a sudden, like making them sweet predictions. Like I don't even know. What'd you get right? Like 7 this week.
I got 8 this week, and Pete beat me because Pete picked the Chargers, and as I told you off pod, I bottled it on the pick'em, and I did not pick the Chargers. I saw that Thingy was going to be out. I saw on Sunday, that Herbert was questionable, and I was like, right, okay, well, he's not going to play. Lol, forgetting that we talked about last week that he's only missed 5 games in his entire season or his entire career. And he did play and we did win. So I bottled it. Could have finished on the exact same as Pete and would have been equal with yourself. But hey, that's fine. Pete picked both the Texans and the Chargers, which fair play to Pete for sticking to his guns. He said he was going to last week. He did it. Fair play. I tip my cap. If I was wearing a cap, my friend, I tip it to you because we all confirmed that Houston's defense could be an issue and that Philadelphia are so hit and miss that it could be one of them. I also really appreciate that you picked the Bears and didn't go for the Packers like some people could have done and do that lot. But yeah. It was a rough week for quite a lot of us, and
the most anybody picked was 9,
which was Pete.
Which was Pete, yeah. It is crazy that obviously a lot of people pick a lot of favorites, but only being able to get 9 results is pretty mad. I think it's 13 games this weekend.
Yeah. This late in the season as well, when you know who's good and who's not, for it to be that low for a top score is bonkers.
My only underdog win was the Jags over the Colts. And with Jones going out, like I couldn't have foreseen that. That could have and should have been a really close, awesome game between them. But like he went down and then you're done, aren't you, at QB? So that was the only, and I had quite a few underdogs. Speaking of this week, here we go. In an attempt to absolutely try and claw my way into, I'm aiming top 5. I don't think I'll win it, but I'd quite like to sneak up a little bit. I've been middling somewhere between 7th and 9th. So here's the push now. I'm taking the Bengals over the Ravens. That's an underdog, apparently. I'm taking New England over Buffalo. Also, apparently, an underdog.
Same.
I'm taking Denver over Green Bay. Now I'm starting to get a little spice.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the New Orleans Saints to just ruin everyone's weekend and beat the Carolina Panthers. All of those could definitely happen. And unless everybody starts getting spicy like with me, which I think a lot of people in the mid to lower card might start doing now with 4 weeks of predictions to go. But I mean, I'm 130. The guys at the top are on 138. And shout out to Raider Butts and S Black 74. Still just you two, but the gap's closing. People are starting to catch you. A little shout out as well to somebody we've not mentioned at all on the podcast, but somebody of the name of Mitch Tricks was the only person to pick the Steelers to beat the Ravens. It threw me completely. The only one. I was even saying to Alex pre-pod that I was putting my ACCA on, and I was like, oh yeah, clearly the Steelers are going to beat the Ravens. So my accumulator said Steelers, and my pick'em said Ravens for some reason. I have no idea what I was thinking.
I mean, Mitch. No, he's a Packers fan as well, so it's maybe just cheering for Rodgers.
Look at how salty he is now that he finds out Mitch is a Packers fan.
Yeah. Boom. Down with Mitch Tricks.
He's gone full upset dad with his chair, his arms are folded. He went really.
I've got a couple of other spicy ones in there as well. I think the Chargers. I'm going to back the Chargers again to beat the Chiefs. I think 34% chance for the Chargers is bonkers.
I just keep picking the Chiefs because either I get a point or they lose. It's a win-win for Joel.
Win-win.
Yeah.
And I think the Dolphins are going to beat the Steelers.
Oh,
yeah.
That is particularly. Why on earth do you think that's happening? In Miami?
There's two reasons. It depends if Achan's back, because I know he's a little bit banged up. If he's back, I think he can score on them. You can run on them, and they're defensively, their secondary's suspect. So I think that Waddle could have a big game. So I don't trust the Steelers. I don't think they're a particularly good team, even with Rodgers in there. If the Miami offense gets hot and the Steelers defense has that in them to let that happen, Rodgers won't be able to keep up. Not this iteration of Rodgers.
However, it is in Pittsburgh, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So,
in December.
In December, Tua won his first game ever, pre or below 40-degree weather. Before that, he was 0-8.
Momentum, baby. Just come off the back of thrashing the Jets. Let's go to Heinz Field in December from sunny Miami. I will not call it whatever it's called now. I don't care. That's going to be a snow game, and all we're going to see is Tua just absolutely shivering his little asshole.
No, he's going to be like one of Terry Pratchett's trolls. In the cold weather, he's going to get more smart, more intelligent, and he's just going to come out of his shell for the first time ever against a semi-competent team.
Pete reads books, everyone. He just wanted you all to know that. Do you want to plug your little book Instagram while you're on it?
No, the book Instagram is only for me. Pete reads is only for me, not for anyone else.
All right, I'll share it out to everybody. Alex, you got any underdogs, overdogs, wobbling free?
They've all unfortunately been said, except from you even said the Bengals, didn't you? Yeah, that's everybody has been said. Everyone else is probably going to win because the Rams are definitely going to beat the Lions. The Cowboys are going to beat the Vikings. The San Francisco 49ers are going to beat the Titans. The Panthers are going to beat the Saints. The Seahawks are going to beat the Colts. The Giants. I'm a bit confused why Denver is an underdog against Green Bay, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I've done the same. I thought that was a weird one, but I can see a world where the Packers just come in and just eat Bo Nix alive.
Yeah.
I think that's a fascinating one because both got elite defenses. The Broncos offense has done enough. I think Jordan Love probably looks better, which is why they're the favorite. But I think, I'm cheering for the Broncos, and that's not just because I'm a Bears fan. I think the Broncos will do it.
That whole afternoon slate, the 9:25 kickoff, is just bangers, isn't it? So Green Bay, Denver, Carolina, New Orleans, Colts, Seahawks would have. So you can't blame the scheduling gods on that one. All right, fine. Niners, Titans might be a bit of a one-sided affair, but then Lions, Rams, all of that is on easily digestible in bed at midnight kind of like TV. And I don't particularly care about Dallas, Minnesota, or Pittsburgh, Miami. So whoever scheduled them as primetime, fair play to you. Like, crack on, mate. God, out of the games I really want to watch, I'm clearly going to keep an eye on the Bears Browns because I think that's absolutely fascinating to see what's going to happen, both with Shador, the Bears offense, Shador, the Browns offense, and just the Bears in general have been indoctrinated to a certain extent. Might even wear my Bears t-shirt, got a little Fall Out Boy Chicago Bears thing going.
Nice. I'm going to be betting on the over for interceptions for Shador Sanders. I reckon he's going to throw at least 2, probably 3.
Ooh, nice.
I think that piece. I'm going to check the odds on that because I reckon that's going to happen, and the Bears will win because of that.
Interesting that Sky has 3 games on at 9:25 this week UK time, and 2 games at 5:30. So they'll be playing the Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots on Sky Sports NFL, but on Sky Sports Plus, they're going to have the Ravens Bengals, and then their main game at 9:25 is going to be the Lions Rams, but they'll feature on Plus the Colts, Seahawks, and the Packers Broncos. So it would be intriguing to see what Channel 5 does.
Yes.
5 can double up with Sky if Sky have already chosen something, but it's like a double header. Basically, Sky are allowed to show 2 games at the same time. And if they do, I think 5 can also show one of those. So as not to like monopolize it. They just get dibs. So I pick this game, you pick that game. I'll also pick this game. That kind of back and forth. I just had a thought then. I was like, we haven't spoken about the Raiders at all. Was I wrong in thinking that all the bye weeks were over? And I've just had to like have a little scroll and be like, oh yeah, it's the Eagles against the Raiders. That's going to be carnage, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's a reason why we haven't spoken about the Raiders.
Geno Smith.
Yeah, it's Geno Smith.
It's all his fault.
Yeah.
We didn't speak about them because it's Geno's fault.
Yeah, like if you want to be interesting, don't be Geno Smith.
Apparently so.
It's just a score, unfortunately. And then if we're really excited, we all think that the Giants are going to beat the Commanders, and then Jameis Winston's going to celebrate with Duval, like bringing out his horse.
Bring out, his pony Duval. Like riding it around, just screaming Duval. Yeah, that's going to be good. And they said Winston's starting there? Is Dart not back?
No, Dart's playing.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So that'll be worth a look. I mean, what's going to happen is going to be a lot of people screwing themselves out of that top spot, but I don't think anyone really cares about having the number 1 pick this year. So they're like, one of us will take it. I reckon the Giants win that game, and then they go 2-11, and then I guess we'll just see what happens with the draft picks. Just absolute carnage. I love it down there. I think the Green Bay Denver is really the game for me this weekend. I've got Green Bay from the start of the season. I was like, they're going to the Super Bowl. And I've been riding the Broncos from like preseason, saying they're going to win the division and all that stuff. So it is a bit, I don't like it when mom and dad fight, but also I would like to see who will win out of like mom and dad. Right? So yeah, give me Green Bay Denver this week.
Yeah.
Personally, it's the Lions Rams.
I've seen that a lot.
I'm torn between the two. I am the child in your relationship. I'm more emotionally
and at Christmas
invested.
as well.
Yeah, I'm more emotionally invested in the Packers Broncos game because I think the Broncos will win that. But I think for pure entertainment value, I think Lions Rams is going to be box office.
So the answer is, who do you want to be with? Do you want to be with the more emotionally feeling one of Joel, or do you want to be with the fun guy that is going to be Alex?
Alex, clearly, I'm fun dad.
I'm going to spend my evening with my Auntie Sharon, Bengals, Ravens.
I'm sorry you had to do that. That must be really rough for you at this time. I hope you get through it. And on that bombshell, Auntie Sharon, shout out. Thank you everybody for watching. We kept it under 2 hours this week, so everyone gets an early night, even though we started half an hour later. Thanks for watching. Cool outro saying. I brought Mahomes back out for this one. He didn't get. I made him cool and like chain gang as well, so it's a bit like Kirk Cousins.
Kirby Chains.
There you go. Boom.